Everyone, it's the Kenny Crafter, and today I thought we would start a ring bound journal. So what I have here is a Disney's Wonderful World of Reading 101 Dalmatians book. It's hardback. It hasn't got that many pages in it, but they are beautiful pages. Look at those illustrations. Aren't they wonderful? So I'm going to ring bind it, and I'm going to use these rings. These are metal rings, and they're hinged and they just open and close. So I have two sizes because the size I use will depend on how many pages I put in, and I'm not too sure about that yet. So these are, the larger ones are approximately 2 inches, and the smaller ones just shy of 2 inches. I can't do inches. 4.5 centimeters. I can't read inches. Oh wait, in centimeters. So that's what we have. So the first thing we need to do is remove the spine. And as you can see, this is quite a wide spine. So I'm actually going to cut along to this inner line here. Just, yeah. Because that's how much it's glued by, and that's quite firmer, whereas that's really hard. So to do this, I'm going to take a knife, a metal ruler, and I'm just going to line up my ruler with that line, and I'm just going to do as many passes as it's going to take to cut through the book. It's going to be impossible to do it in one pass. I'll tell you that now. So just go lightly. And just take your time. And you will get through eventually. We're nearly there. We are through. And there we have the spine, which I will recycle. And here we have the book. Now where I've cut it, it's gone off a little bit. Oh dear, I didn't anticipate that happening. I think it's the way the book was bound. It's sort of on an angle. I mean, is it really gonna matter? I don't think it is. I think once we have all of the pages together, it's not going to make any difference. So the next thing I want to do is make a template. So I'm going to take just a piece of card. Now this is the card I bought the wrong card. It's like it's shiny on one side, but it's really thick, so it's great for a template. So you could just use something from like a old box, like an Amazon box or something, or a cereal box. And I'm just going to mark where I want to cut. So again, just take our knife, or you could just use a pair of scissors or a paper trimmer and cut this out. Now I should have marked this as top, just so we know. Let's just make sure. Yep, So what I want to do next is figure out where I want to put my holes and if I want 2 or 3 holes. I think 2 will be enough. So let's see, let's use our measuring on our mat. I think that's going to be easier. So we are at 21.5 centimeters. So if I come in four and a half, I'm just thinking, I think that might be too far away. Because my cover is a smidgen bigger than the pages. So 5.5. So on my template I have just marked 5.5 centimeters from each end. Now the thing is, I need to also figure out how far in I want my holes. And what I'm going to use is a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile. Now this is really cool. It punches a hole and it sets eyelets, which are these little things here. And I'm just doing that to reinforce the hole so it doesn't get damaged over time. So it has a small hole and a large hole. I'm going to use the large hole because they match the size of my eyelets. And I can keep the distance the same each time by this little handy dandy slider. Oh, it tells you that hole is 3/16 of an inch. This hole is 1/8 of an inch. So I can decide how far in I want my holes just by simply moving that little black stopper. And I think I want it one bit smaller, and I'll just punch that hole there and that hole there. Now I just wish I had a little thing to collect all these little bits because they fly everywhere. So as I said, did I say? I don't know. My cover is slightly larger than the page, so I'm just going to centre it as best as I can. Take my crocodile, punch through each hole like so, and there we have our holes. So next I'm going to take my eyelet. I've chosen like a rose gold. I'm just going to push that through, and then this is the part you use. I've selected the right sides of these cubes because they do move around, and just have to make sure you have it the right way up, but it does say base and there's a little diagram there. And you just put it in and squeeze, and then there you have an eyelet. So we'll do that again. Put it in, squeeze, 2 eyelets. Now I am only going to do the eyelet on the front and back cover, and I will do hole reinforcers. I've got these really cute ones. They're almost like a fabric. for the pages. So let's see, I'm going to put this upside down into one side. I want to keep my pages in order, so I'm going to try punching through 4 pages at once. Make sure I get the right size hole. So there we have those. 2 more. Actually, I'm going to go 5. And just make sure your page is lined up with your template page. I'm trying 6 down. Okay, I wasn't concentrating and I've gone off a bit, so I'm just going to have to try and get in the middle of those 2 holes. It should be fine, but just concentrate. Again, for the back cover, you just want to line it up in the middle. And we need to keep this for making our other pages. And again, 2 more eyelets in the rose gold. And make sure that the big flat edge goes on the outside. And I'll clear up all of these teeny little bits. So here we have our journal, and I'm just going to take the small rings, the smaller rings to start off with. And I'm just going to thread everything through a little bit. That might be easier, because I don't want to mix up my pages, because these are not numbered pages. Everything in order. And we don't want to lose any pages either. So there we have removed the spine of the book, punched holes and added some rings. Now these rings look absurdly huge right about now. But don't forget, we are going to be filling this up. So let's just see what we have to start off with. And I'm going to I just had a thought. Post-its, I was going to use static bits of paper, but I'll just use some post-its. Not that I have any left in here. See if there's any way I want to put anything actually on these pages to start off with. So I think I want a pocket here. So I'm just going to put my poster in and write pocket. I don't know if it's going to be fabric, I don't know if it's going to be made from scrapbook paper or cardstock. I just know I want a pocket there. Now I think I will leave this page blank for now. All these pages are just beautiful. Who doesn't love Disney? Okay, do I think I want anything here? I think I was initially thinking, oh, could I cover that up with something? But I think I quite like the copyright. I think just to remind you that it is actually a book. I'm just trying to see if there's any like blank spots like here. Oh, you know what would be good here? Sort of like a fabric ruffle, perhaps, or a paper ruffle, some sort of ruffle. And I'm just going to put that there so I know I want it to go. Oh, I've put an arrow as well, up and down like that. Oh, there's Cruella. Okay. I think those pages are good enough on them. And that's the thing, this book is so beautifully illustrated. Is there going to be room? I mean, we are putting other pages in, don't forget, but there's something with like space here. I mean, we could have a pocket, perhaps. I'll do pocket question mark. And that was my last post-it note. Do I have any more in here? Yep, I do. Okay. We could do a tuck spot here. So if we do a tuck spot here, I wouldn't want a pocket on this side because this paper is quite thin and I think there would be too much weight. So I think that has answered that question. We will move that, put that side for something else, and I will say tuck spot here. Okay. Those two pages are fine. Those two. We have some blank space up here. Do I want to do perhaps a cluster? There perhaps? Okay. We have this large space here. But I don't think I want to do anything there. Oh, I thought I managed to cut off part of a word. Not that matters. Okay. So we have a fair bit at the front. think I'm going to do another pocket there. We'll get rid of the question mark. I'm still looking for somewhere else to put another fabric ruffle or paper ruffle. If we put it down there, we lose that little cutie. If we put it down there, we lose the text. Put it there, I think you lose the impact of the picture. It's a thing when the pages are so beautifully decorated. Do a small ruffle here. Who says it has to be the full length of the page? Okay, so that is the first prep for our book, but I think I also, what I probably should have done beforehand, before I put the rings on, is reinforce these holes. So let's do that. I just hope I have enough hole reinforcers. They are they like a fabric? Interesting. Interesting. See, they're not going to work. Let's try a different one. Maybe I stretched it out. No, the hole is much too big in the centre. I'm really looking forward to using this as well. Okay, so I'll have to have a plan B on that one. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I will show you this. This is a box I've put together of things I'd like to use. So I've pulled out scrapbook papers that I think might work. So there's lots of those in all different pads. And I won't be using all of those, I just wanted options. I had a Disney Christmas annual and it had Dalmatians and Lady and the Tramp. So I just pulled out the relevant pages, so we'll use those somehow. Those can go back where they belong. I've pulled out what they're called, dies and embossing folders, all pertaining to animals. Do you see how cute that is? How cute is that? So we have that in. We've got a box of biscuits for the doggies in this bag, wasn't it? And I was wondering if we could use that somehow. I have no idea how yet, but I just thought it was cool. Ooh, this I bought especially for this project. Paper Addicts Porcelain Prints 6x6 paper pad. It's got doggies, it's got kitties, it's got words. So I'm thinking these papers I'm going to select the best side of the double-sided paper pad, so it'll probably be that side. And then that side I will cover with this paper and make pages like that. That's what I'm thinking. This, just because it had glittery bits in it. I had another book. It was like all advertisements, so I just pulled up anything to do with doggies. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And a one about nursery rhymes about animals and stuff and little short stories. So I just thought we could probably make ephemera with those. This gorgeous fabric. This was an old notepad that I used to carry around in my handbag. This I thought would be good for ephemera. I didn't realise when I bought it, but some little kiddie wink had marked it with pen. But there's a lot of them that haven't got a pen on them. So just have to cherry pick through that. This, I didn't know if I was going to need a binding or not, if I could use this on tags. This came from a pyjama set I got for Christmas. These I bought off Etsy. They're cute. That was off Christmas present. That was the pyjamas. Oh, these were from my cereal box. And I don't know, they just screamed dog. Like walking in the park. So I thought we could probably make some tags or something with those. Here's some more Disney bits. Look how cute that is. Some doggy stamps that I got off AliExpress, which I've already used to make these. So I'm gonna have to find a better way to stick these on because they keep coming off. And this is the backing from stamps. So I bulk buy stamps. And this is the backing you get. But for some reason, I don't know if it's supposed to be non-stick. These are just all peeling off. I'm wondering if double-sided sticky tape will do it. Should we try it on camera? That was just a little cluster I made years ago when I first started making clusters. And this gorgeous washi tape. So those are just some of the bits I was thinking about. Okay, let's quickly try this double-sided sticky tape. I'm going to use an advanced tape liner, a 180G. I mean, I've used the 3-in-1 as well, which is supposed to stick everything, but apparently not. Let's just see. No way, it's literally just peeling off. This is some good stuff. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, if 3-in-1 and double-sided sticky tape's not doing it. I mean, it is super shiny. I mean, it sticks on the other side, but it was the Royal Mail. Ooh. The Royal Mail bit I particularly like, because then I could pretend it was a postage stamp. And then how is that going to stick to anything? Oh dear. Oh wow. It was a nice idea. I'll keep those bits, they'll come in handy for something. But oops, hit my light. Yeah. That I think we'll just have to go in the bin. I was so excited. So here we have the makings of our journal. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. No, I don't. Contemplated a few pieces to decorate these pages, just because I don't want them to look like they've just been shoved in. Do you know what I mean? I want some of them to be usable. So thank you so much for joining me in the Canny Crafter, and I'll see you next time for part 2 when we add some pages. Bye!